Did this person, this R&B singer, David, did he have anything to do with your death? Hey everybody, it's me, Josh with Hope, and tonight I am asking for the highly requested Celeste Rivas Hernandez, a young 14-year-old girl that was found in the Hollywood Hills in the back of a Tesla, severely decomposing. This is a highly publicized case, and there's a lot of details, a lot of things that are going on regarding this case that there's a lot of question marks. So I am going to attempt to reach out to her. Now, before we do that and before I focus and try and connect with her, it's important that I go over a few things, as I do with every session. I am a trained medium. I have been one for over a decade now. I've done over 4,000 readings. I've worked with institutes, I've worked with PhDs, I've worked with police departments. What I'm doing here is that I am using my intuitive ability as a medium to connect to the soul of the person I'm asking for, and then I'm attempting to reach them on my ITC equipment, my HSB-PRO computer program that was created to do this work, along with my physical Hope Spirit Box, which again is just really a speaker with reverb pedals. It is not some magical box. Anyone could do this type of work. Anyone can replicate these kinds of results if they are focused, patient, and persistent. So I am using reversed, slowed, chopped up human speech to give them back a voice. I don't have Celeste's voice, so I'm using a young 14-year-old Latina's voice that has been reversed and chopped up and slowed. Okay. Remember, it is very important that you can validate this evidence yourself. You know, there's people that try to debunk what I do. There's haters that try to come up with creative ways to try to discredit what I'm doing, and they cannot. They can't even come close to it. And the reason is because I'm so transparent and I explain everything and you can validate it. So anyone can take my any responses that come through the equipment, and you can reverse those responses if you want, and you will hear parts of words or words, okay? Why is that important? Well, I'll tell you why that's important. It tells you two things. One, it tells you that what I'm telling you is the truth. What I'm using and what I'm telling you that I'm using is the truth. Okay, I'm using reversed human speech. It also tells you that I am not laying in convenient responses, forward words to fit, my questions. Okay, so anyone can validate that. Don't let any of those knuckleheads try to, throw you off. Use your intelligence, use your discernment, and appreciate the type of stuff that we're doing here. And again, anyone can do this work. So that's important that I explain that, okay? Because that's one of their biggest arguments, and that is easily debunked. Spirit boxes don't work just, on their own with spirits unless you put it on an auto feature where it's going to come out randomly. I don't like that. A lot of times, I like to do a more concentrated session where I'm asking a question and then I'm turning my dial, releasing some of that reversed human speech so that they can take that speech and form their own responses, okay? So when you see me moving something on my computer or turning the dial, I'm asking a question and then I'm bleeding some of that raw sound, human sound out so they can try to form their own responses with. Why don't I respond to everything they say? Because I don't hear everything in real time. It takes time for me to go back through these sessions and review them like a forensic audio expert. Now, I do hear some in real time, but I do have to go back and review these sessions 2-3 times sometimes to understand what and if anything is being said. Why are my questions so long? Sometimes I'm having a conversation with them. I'm expressing a thought. Even if I ask very short, brief questions, it doesn't mean they're going to be able to say more. They're only able to say something within the 2 or 3, maybe 4 seconds that I'm turning the dial. So that's how that works. So my questions aren't too long. That's just how I conduct these sessions, more like an interview that I'm having with someone, okay? I'm going to focus. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to invite Celeste to come through. If anyone is interested in anything that I'm doing, hopeparanormal.com. You can download my free app. You can use my HSB-PRO on the computer and laptop. You can get my book, readings, sessions, read my article that I have written. I wrote an article last year. A lot of information in that article, so check that out. So I'm going to focus now, and we're going to see if we can connect with Celeste. Okay, so first I'm going to turn on my HSB radio, which is what I was kind of explaining before, that this is not being activated by spirit. It's just randomly spitting out audio from internet radio. This is forward speech, this part, so you could hear false positives sometimes, but a lot of times spirit will use those opportunities, those random bursts of sound to give a response. So while I turn that on, I'm going to focus and connect and ask for her. So that is running. So I am going to make my way over to the astral room. All right, so I'm inside that room. I've invited my guides. Please help. So I am inviting Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Celeste Rivas Hernandez. This is a wonderful opportunity for her to come through. You know, as I hear that yes, I see a guy go over to the door, and the door opened, and I'm seeing, and I've seen a picture of Celeste, so I see a girl that looks like her. Celeste, please sit with me. And I feel like one of the guides is kind of like, she sat down and one of the guides is like kind of kneeling and talking to her, crouching and talking to her, explaining to her what we're doing or what we will do. So Celeste Rivas Hernandez, that's your full name. I greet you. Can you use this? Okay, I may not hear everything you're saying, and that's okay. It will still work for you, but I am listening, and if I hear what you're saying, I will repeat it. So I don't know if you're willing to speak, and I'm hoping that you are. Do you think, are you willing to talk to us, to talk to me about this? Okay. I'm going to ask you some questions about what happened to you. So your body was found in the back of a Tesla that was owned or registered to this, David Anthony Burke. Did this person, this R&B singer, David, did he have anything to do with your death? It sounds like that might be something. You know, this person, he's not a suspect for whatever reason. I don't know why. Maybe the cops know something that we don't. Were you in some kind of relationship with this man, David? How about now? A lot of people want to know what happened to you. Do you have any? A lot of people care about you. They're invested in this case, in what happened. Do you want to say anything to the people that have been requesting you? Something not ready, or I don't know. Ready, not ready. Let's go to the box. Let's switch right on over to the box. Let's see. You know, you were from Lake Elsinore, but you ended up in LA. You know, your teacher had talked about that you were involved with some guy online in LA, which sounds like this is David Anthony Burke. You know, were you involved like romantically in a relationship with this guy, David? This is tough. How about now? My concern is normally about how you're doing. Do you need any help? You know, other day in meditation, I asked if you needed any help, and I kind of got no. Are you okay on the other side, Celeste? Yes, something. So you are okay, and that's my main concern, that you are okay, that you feel okay. Someone suggested that this may have been possibly an overdose, that maybe you might have, overdosed on some drug or something, and someone didn't know what to do with you, and they put you in the trunk of this car. Did you happen to overdose on something? Okay, I didn't understand. And if you don't want to say because maybe you feel embarrassed about that, or you don't want your family to know that's the case, I don't know. I can understand that mentality. Was someone else other than David responsible for your death? How about now? I'm so sorry that, somehow you lost your life. I'm hoping that someone wasn't responsible for that. But if they are, they should pay the consequences for their actions. Do you feel that way if someone was responsible for your death? Only a couple more questions and we're gonna stop. I don't want to keep you for too long. Like I said, I'll turn everything off and pray together. Have you seen anyone on the other side? I feel like you're interacting with my guides right now, or that there's been some kind of interaction there. But were you greeted, or have you seen anyone on the other side? I'm kind of getting the feeling like maybe, that you've given us what you can or whatever that you're willing to give. And so I'm not going to keep kind of hammering you with questions. This is not an interrogation. Will you be willing to pray with me at the end of this session? And is there anything else you want to say now? Okay. Well, I send you love, and I'm going to pray with you. So please hang with me another few minutes, and I'm going to invite you to pray with me, and we'll do that, okay? Forgive me. See, I don't know if you said that, and if I'm misquoting you or I heard that wrong, I'm sorry. But there's nothing to forgive you for. But you are okay, and you will be reunited with your family one day. I promise you. I know that. I trust in that. And it's okay. So there's nothing for you to be forgiven for, if that's what you did say, okay? All right, so I'm gonna stop this here in a second, and we're gonna pray, okay? So hang with me another moment. I don't know what fully came through. I feel like I'm hearing a few responses. I feel like she's probably using it. I am feeling a little bit of a hesitation of wanting to say maybe more. So I don't know. But I will say, as I say at the end of every session, pray for this young girl. Send her light, okay? It will help. I want to thank everyone, for requesting her and following this work and caring. And I love you all. And until next time, so thank you.